ब्रह्मानंदं परम सुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं तस्मैवादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधि साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं गगनसदृशं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। ओम गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। ध्यानमूलं गुरुमूर्ति पूजामूलं गुरुपदं मंत्रमूलं गुरुर्वाक्यं मोक्षमूलं गुरुकृपा। सद्गुरु भगवान की जय। स्वामी जी महाराज की जय। शिवोहम। We are taking the 32 stanza of Srimad Bhagavad Gita chapter 6. The stanza is telling that आत्मोपम येन सर्वत्र समं पश्यन्ति यो अर्जुनः सुखं वा यदि वा दुःखं सह योगी परमो मतः। It means atmopamena. Atmopamena means that person who is looking every living being like his atma. Like his atma. And Sarvatra, it means everywhere. Everywhere he looks like him. And Samam. Samam, it means as he is as others. Pashyanti, it means looks, seeing. Yo Arjuna, that person, my Arjun. Sukham va yadi va dukham. If he is in pleasure or he is in pain. He is in pleasure or he is in pain. He lives equal in pain and pleasure. That is the highest yogi. Arjuna. Arjuna, that is highest yogi. This stanza is the worldly meaning, and now the secret meaning of this stanza. Satchidananda Paramatma, Lord Krishna, who is the master of uncountable millions of galaxies and millions of systems, solar systems. Only and only installation and the base of all galaxies. Telling in this stanza 32 the complement knowledge of 31, 30 and 29. He is more clearing that truth. He is telling, as a human have 10 senses, and every senses has his own experiences. If a person experience any outside stimulation or outside factor, he knows the other person will also feel like that. If a person feel the headache, he know the headache can be feel other person like that. So, as a person who he, which type he feels, he think for other person the same. So in this world, the unknowing person of this truth, they cannot imagine about this truth. So in this world, a person who is a thief, he think all are thieves. When a person who is a clever, he is extra conscious with others because he think that all are clever like him. So in our mythology, there is a phrase, Ya drashti sa srashti, as you think, as you know. But it is for blind persons, not for enlightened. So Lord Krishna telling in this stanza, Atmopamyena sarvatra. Upama, it means the example. Upama, it means the similarity. Upama, it means the helping aid for description. Atmopamyena. Atma, it means as himself. Here is not meaning Atma is the soul, but it is here is the meaning Atma is as you feel as other feel. Atmopamyena. Sarvatra. And the deep meaning, if we think in the views of the enlightened person, master, it shows that as you have Atma in your body, so other also have same type of Atma in their body. So everywhere there is a Atma as you having inside of you. So Atma is inside and Atma is outside too. If a person can see inside that Atma, so that person can see outside of Atma. If a person can see inside the truth of God, he can see in every person this truth of God. So, Pashyanti, it means the supreme knowing condition. Yo, it means that person who is the supreme knower. Arjuna, it means Arjuna is the disciple of the Master Krishna. Sukham, it means it is not pleasure of Atma, Sakshatkara, no. Sukham, it means the worldly convenience. You feel convenient, you feel happy, you feel joyful, you feel good. That is called Sukham. Va, it means and. Yadi va dukhe, it means if you get the pains, sorrows, tensions, dilemmas in unbalanced condition, or you feel bad in your mind, that is called dukkha. So, this stanza is telling, if you aware in your soul, if you aware in your Atma, if you aware inside presence of God, the omnipresence of the God, then this condition, the pain and pleasure, both cannot affect you. If the pain and pleasure cannot affect you, so 100% you are the highest yogi, you are the highest knower, you are the liberate soul. So, by this stanza, the Krishna is giving the indication and teaching that in every condition of the life, every emotions of the life, every favorite condition or bad condition in the life, every gain or every loss, meeting the lovers or for they went for away from you. In every condition, if you can be pleasant in your internal soul existence, that called you are the highest yogi. That called you are biggest yogi. I remember a story. Everyone knows the Ashtavakra is the master of Lord Janaka. And the Vyas sent his son Shukdev for Atma Gyan teaching to the great master Janaka. The Shukdev came. So the Janaka take the test of Sukdev and he told the door security persons, do not give the permission to enter until 3 days. So the Sukdeva was standing out of the door 3 days without food and without sleep. After 3 days, the Janaka called that Sukdev and Sukdev see that Janaka is sitting on the golden throne. He is bearing a diamond and rubies and very, very precious stones, jewels, crown on his head, and he is bearing very costly designer clothes with the jewelry and jewels designs. And Sukdev see that very, very beautiful women, so they are fanning on head of Janaka, and beautiful women, so they are holding the water glass for Janaka, and on the golden plate there was the dry fruits and the fruits, and Janaka putting his feet on a diamond stool, very glorified with other type of jewels, and two ladies, two young girls, they are massaging the Janaka's feet toe. When the Sukdev see, Sukdev imaged, oh my God, how can he is the Jnani? How can he is able to become my master? I am give up all the world and everything, and he is the using every aristocracy, every luxury. So the faith of Sukdeva slightly shake. So Janaka do not teach the Sukdeva by the words, he teach by the experiment. Some person coming and saying, "Oh king, your capital is burning in the fire." So Janaka never disturb. He just slowly stand up and order his men to fight with the fire and never disturb and sit like as it is. So Sukdev was amazed. He is really he is enlightened person because he has no tension. Then Sukdev asked to Janaka, if you want enlightenment, if you want Atma Sakshatkara, you must do one thing. So Sukdev asked, what? But before it, I want to ask a question. Janaka, allow us ask. So, the Sukdev asked, why can you enlighten, you can care enlightenment and you can stay in enlightenment with this top business of the administration of your country? Because you are a king. So Janaka do not give the answer like now gurus. What Janaka do? Janaka only give a order to Sukdeva. He put a pot on the hand of both hand of Sukdeva and filled with the oil up to top. There is nothing place for putting only one drop on this pot. Fulfill. An order to the Sukdev, you go and visit my capital and see my lawns, gardens, beautiful trees, beautiful houses, beautiful roads, beautiful person, beautiful shops, beautiful market, everything you see and come. Then I will give you answer that question and I will ask you what you see. And order to his soldiers, if a drop of oil can drown on earth, cut the Sukdev's neck by the sword immediately on that spot. So Sukdev think, if my minutely mistaken I will disbalance, and if the oil's one drop will fall on the earth, I will be die. So when morning to evening Sukdev walked one street to another, another to another, and six soldiers around him, and they are ready to cut his neck. So in the evening, when Sukdev came back, the Janak asked the question, how is my capital, how is the beauty, and what you see? So Sukdev say, I see nothing, I see only this pot. I was fearful, if one drop will drown on the earth, your soldier can cut my throat. So Janaka answered to the Sukdev, like this, I am always Sakshi, do Sakshi meditation on my mind, on my breath, my action, my activity, everything. Because if I miss a second without Sakshi, my mind can make me be fool and throw me the death and birth cycle. So this is the stanza of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, teaching this fact to us. Atmopamena sarvatra eva pashyati yo Arjuna. If a person do not see everywhere like his Atma, then he cannot be enlightened. And he it is confirmed that he is not enlightened person. Because the God presents everywhere in the form of your Atma, and you cannot know the presence of God inside of you. It cannot be possible that you can see the God in the temples and mosques and churches and the gurudwaras and everywhere. You cannot see. If you cannot see inside God, you cannot see outside God. Because when you are blind inside, when you have no eyes, how can see you outside? A blind person cannot see a beautiful woman or the beautiful flower. So, a unenlightened person, even he who do not know the Atma Sakshatkara, how can he see the God everywhere? Even though the God is present everywhere in every particle, it is truth. But it is only truth when you are enlightened. Otherwise, nothing truth for you. If you are not enlightened, no faith can save you. You are non-believer, even you are believer, if you do not know yourself. So, a person which is knowing himself, then his 10 senses, they will become instrument. Or a person do not knowing himself, the 10 senses and the organ of the body, he seems that, he think that he is the organ, he is the senses, he is the body. So, the God is not body, God is living in body and seeing every senses and every organ. So God existence is not doer, he is only seer, he is only knower. So when he start his spiritual practices in the knowing as a seer, as a watcher, so day by day he detached from 10 senses, then he detached from mind, then he detached from intellect, and this detachment process brings a one day when he detached with every vritti, every flow, every desires, every impressions in your conscious and subconscious mind. Then after one day, he'll give up the fake ego, he give up the mortal physical body, but he totally detached from body, he totally detached from mind, he totally detached from intellect, he totally detached from mood. And after it, the meditation mature and the Bhan Avastha came. When the Bhan Avastha came, the person slightly feeling that he is having inside God, and after the Bhan Avastha, by the mercy of a master, enlightened master, he pushed into the ocean of the nectar that is called enlightenment, that is called Jagran, that is called Atma Sakshatkar, that is called Jivan Mukta stage. So he become enlightened. But the one drawback is there. What is that drawback? That drawback is your subconscious mind, which is coming from the millions of birth. There is the many impressions. If you do the meditation sometime, you can see who man comes, whose birth. A person is taking food rapidly and not chewing the food. You can easily say he is came by the birth of the crocodile or snake. Then what define whether he is crocodile or snake? If he is the rock person and backbite and attack from backside, he is crocodile. And he is very angry person and he is very revengeful, that he is the snake. A person who is unnecessarily talk and eat every bad thing, he can eat the non-veg and flesh and eggs and other, and he is talking tar. You can imagine he is coming from the frog's birth. A person, the many symptoms of the person, they identify their previous birth. So, when the enlightenment will come, but there is a black box of your aeroplane, there is the recorder of your date and birth, previous birth, that is called a subconscious mind. It must be washed after some time by this enlightenment stage of living, that is called super enlightenment. When you get that super enlightenment, then that stage you are pure soul now, and that in the beginning of the enlightenment, every pain or every pleasure cannot disturb you. You are live the same way in the pain and same way in the pleasure and same way in the pain. So, the Krishna's dialogues in this Geeta, the Krishna's stanzas in this Geeta, they are super spiritual messages. They are containing your roadmap towards the enlightenment. There is for only seekers, there is for only lovers of the God, there is for only your journey, the milestone of your journey. I pray to the God, He help you to reach your destination, and I am here on this earth to helping the seekers and lovers of the God. My all blessings